Hey everybody, Skywalker here. I'm gonna be explaining how I fly. I'm gonna get on the Railjack real quick, but I'm gonna show you my intrinsics first, the actual piloting. So let's go over to the intrinsics and look at the pilot. Okay, so these are all the abilities you get. The first one's boost, and then that's basically just dashing and running. Vector maneuver. Tap L1 to burst with the directional thrusters. I don't know. I don't know how to use vector maneuver. I might be doing it right. I'm not sure. But vector evasion. Nearby enemy projectiles lose lock on during vector maneuver. I think the vector maneuver might be dodging because I do dodge and they do lose their lock. Damage due to collisions reduced by 50. If you've got a big hull and a lot of armor, I really suggest that you get up about to rank 4 because this really does help if you don't like shooting at ships and you just want to ram them. Drifting maneuver. During vector, press and hold L3 to drift. Drift consumes boost to charge launch speed. Release L3 launches out of the drift. Okay, this is the big key here. This is what gets your ship moving really fast. You're gonna really want this. And then there's slipstream. Boost time increased by 25%. That is, I don't know how to say it. When I'm boosting, I don't know if there is a time limit. I think it just depends on how much boost you have. But this might be towards that. Alright, and then I have enhanced maneuvers. Vectors and drift maneuvers consume 25% less boost. So when I'm doing all that crap, I'm using less energy or gas to do all that crap. But let's get on the ship. And we're gonna go into free flight, because this will really show you guys some stuff, the practical stuff.
Crew, pressure within
All that stuff I just told you.
Has been optimized.
Let's go ahead and show you guys the controls. So you go to controls, you go to customize controller, and you wanna go over to Railjack. Now, when you get to these controls, they are blank. I don't know if the hotfix, they made them default, but this is how I fly. The move and the boost, when you're playing with your Warframe, the left stick is to move and you also press it in to run. So that's why I put that there. Obviously, look. Then you have bank left and bank right. This will let you do barrel rolls either to the left or to the right. Obviously, aim weapon and primary fire on the triggers. Now, cycle power left and cycle power right. I don't know how this entirely works, but I use them when I'm flying the ship and I'm doing abilities with the ship. This R1 is by default the ability button, but I switched it over here with the down on the D-pad. And when I did that, it became nothing assigned, the NA. But it still does work for the ability. I don't know why, and I haven't really asked, it just works. To activate your abilities, you're going to want to use the touchpad, this right here. And you're going to want to swipe forward for the first ability. How do I, you know what? Yeah, let's go into the practicals, because I only have one ability on. I'll show you guys right now. Fast travel to Railjack. And armaments, avionics. We're going to go down to the battle of avionics. These are all the mods that I've acquired so far. Particle ram, shatterburst. Let's look at particle ram. Deploy a particle ram dealing 750 damage per second. Deactivate to launch the ram outward for 3.5 seconds. It costs 50 energy. Oops, let's go back and look at that. Then we have Shatterburst. Creates a barrage of 5 explosions per second over 12 seconds, dealing 300 damage in 400 meters, or 40 meters. Still an energy cost of 50. Now the last abilities, I want to say this. They cost 100. I think these are the ship's ultimates, because they require so much energy. Fire 30 missiles, rank 0. Secret Volley. This fires out a bunch of missiles in a circle or a spiral. I don't really like using it because sometimes it doesn't kill things that I want it to kill. Void Hole creates a 110 meter black hole that sucks in enemies, dealing 230 damage per second over 15 seconds. The flux energy costs 100. But if we go back to the first ability, I only have one, but look down there at the flux energy cost. It's only 25. This deploys a bubble that absorbs fire for 15 seconds. Detonate for all accumulated damage over 150 meters. That's at max rank with the maxed up node. Now, to get your node maxed, you're going to want to go to the grid. This button right here, square. And you're going to need Dirac. You're going to want to upgrade the node. As you can see, I've upgraded all the nodes. The first rank, I think, is 600 or something, but it goes up to 1800 to max out a node. This will, in turn, magnify your mods to a certain degree. Alright, so let's go into pre-flight. Okay. Let's take it off of pubs too so nobody can join. I just want to, no distractions. I want you guys to see actually how this works and flies. We're going to go hit the navigation. And we're going to go to Earth. And we're going to go to free flight. There's no enemies here, so don't worry. If you want to practice your Railjack and fly it around, it's perfect for that. Nope, don't worry about that. Okay, pre-flight. So, as I said, moving the stick around is just, you're walking. This is walking speed. Alright, now, from the controls, I move the boost to L3, so we're going to go ahead and move, and then we're going to hit the L3. Now, we're moving pretty fast, right? This is pretty fast for how big of an engine I have, but it can be faster. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Let's just get some energy back. Down there at the bottom right where the bar is filling up, that's the energy to actually boost. Now, we're going to boost, and we're going to hit the dodge or the blink button for my Railjack. This is the dodge. The X button is what I have it set to. You can dodge forward, you can dodge back, you can dodge left, you can dodge right. Let's get some energy back. And now, let's slow down. You're going to want to hit the L3 and move forward. But in a second, I'm going to show you how to really move fast. Give me a second. Now, you hit the L3, move forward, and then you tap X. And the bar is going to degrade even faster. But if you hit the L3 again to sprint, you dodge forward, covering even more distance. Now, from that point, from when I cover more distance, I just coast and let my bar go back up to however far I need it to go back up. Situation dictates if I'm in danger, I want to get out of there, so I'm going to be using a lot of boost. Tactically, at the right time, when bullets are actually hitting me. Alright, so here's the really big boost. Alright, now we're going to explain the abilities. So, this down on if you hold down on the D-pad where I set the ability menu to, I can use X. But any vet knows that you can use the D-pad to do abilities too. or not the D-pad, the touchpad. So I'm going to activate the up on the touchpad because this is the easiest way I found to do it. Now, that's the first ability. That right there. That's the battle munitions, or munitions vortex. It lets out an explosion when it's done. And it works just like Nova Bomb. So any damage it incurs, you know, it's really gonna destroy stuff. You could shoot into it. All the accumulated damage is accrued in that little ball. And you want to let it explode. This right here will take out crowds easily. Easily. I'm at the latest Proxima, even without a buff, it'll clear out ads. Let's look at the Taisho Seeker. Now, if you look up at the aim reticle, I'm not locked on to anything yet, but if you aim at something for a while, it will lock on. It's when the triangles around the target are actually in a cross instead of in an X. When it's in an X, it's not locked on, but when it's in a cross, it is locked on. And when it's locked on, you're going to want to fire the ordnance. If you look down to the bottom left, that is the triangle, and that is the Taisho Seeker. So we lock on, and then after we lock on, we hit triangle. Now, my Taisho Seeker is only Mark 1, but I do use it to finish off an enemy, like say they're low health or something, and I don't really feel like shooting them. I lock on them with a Taisho Seeker. I'm really hoping for a Mark 2 or a Mark 1 pretty soon. I think I have a day and 20 minutes left or something like that. Let's see what other stuff can I show you. Oh, let's look at the maneuvers and stuff. Here's the bank right, you know, the barrel rolls I was telling you about. And then, you know, we can bank left. I didn't even know there was stuff out here in free flight. That's crazy. Hey, we learn something new every day, guys. Okay, but alright, what's the next thing? So we're gonna hit the abilities. We're gonna hold the abilities down on the D-pad, and we're gonna do probably a Hadoken to the left. If you've ever seen a Hadoken, you're not gonna go for the full motion. You're just gonna want to do the down and left. That'll bring up the sub menu for your abilities. This is the Battle Forge. Let's cool down my forge for 80 seconds. But the sub abilities pop up here. You know, that's pretty simple. But I'm going to cycle power right, and I don't have any abilities to cycle power right. But the cycle power left, that's the Battle Forge. I think that pretty much explains how I fly. I really don't see anything else to explain. You know, you're in danger, get out of danger really quickly. If you're in a mob, you just clear the mob. Don't even worry about it. Oh, also, if you're up a certain intrinsics level, the Arcwings around you do gain some power, ability strength, and range. Some of the intrinsics even give your Arcwings flight speed and armor. And that really helps out when you're fighting around the ship. I know some people like to get out on their Arcwings and solo, but if you stay near the ship, you'll kill ads really quickly instead of trying to solo the ads. And I think that's all I have for today. Yep, and that's it, guys. Good flight. Good night.